let's take a look at our top selections for Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer. One of two graded stakes races at Gulfstream Park on Saturday. Well, it's race number 6. Let's throw up the field for the Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint. $100,000 is the purse. We are going 5/8 of a mile on the turf. There's a deserving big favorite in here, Mike. The 6 Leinster was third in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint to close out his 2020 campaign. He just has all the fast races and gaudy company lines.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, we'll see how short he goes at post time, Dan, but he towers over this field on form.
And he's tactical from a pace standpoint. As we take a look at the time form U.S. pace projector, Inter Miami, the number 7, he's fast out of the gate. The number 2 horse, High Crime, I would expect to be on kind of a send mission here. He's very, very fast. And Leinster is a horse that, as we saw in the Breeders' Cup, can tuck in right behind the first flight.
Right. I mean, it's not really supposed to matter to Leinster whether they go fast or slow early. It's really not supposed to compromise him. So we'll just see what happens out in front. I felt like High Crime could probably make the lead if they wanted it. It doesn't make him good enough to beat the favorite.
I wonder if 5/8 of a mile is a little sharp for the number 1 Smart Remark, who we see on the pace projector lurking near the tail end of the field. The big number for Smart Remark came at Kentucky Downs, going 6 furlongs, and I think that 6 over that European-style turf configuration plays a little bit longer. He's going to need some pace help up front.
Yeah, he is. He beat Leinster that day at Kentucky Downs, too, so he has that going for him. But you're right, the distance could work against this horse. And you're also, listen, you're dealing with a 6-year-old, Dan, who won his career debut going a mile on the grass back in 2017. And that's the only time he's won a race on the turf.
The number 2 is High Crime. They tried dirt last time with High Crime. That's not what he wants to do. He wants to sprint on the grass, as we saw in this race at Keeneland on October the 16th. Now, there wasn't a lot of closing in this race, Mike. We see High Crime. He has been involved on the outside throughout with this horse on the rail. He's going to get the better of that horse. The closers are going to slowly get into it, but High Crime holds him off.
Yeah, he's going to prevail on this race. He actually ran well in here. I thought he did a lot of racing. And you're right, though. The closer's a little bit too late in here. Listen, he's a speedy turf sprinter. He can make the lead in this race. He also has a race at Ellis last summer, Dan, over soft turf, where he ran great, involved on a pace the entire way and only getting tired late. I mean, I guess he's dangerous, but he needs Leinster not to show up with his best race.
It seems like the 3 Harry's on the loose catches a killer each and every time. 2 starts back, he was in against Faya, who we know can run some very, very fast races. Then it was Imprimis, an extravagant kid in his last time out at Gulfstream. And he got a good trip. He sat just in behind the pace. He just couldn't quicken with those horses. And now he catches Leinster. Maybe his recency advantage gives him a slight edge in that department.
It certainly could be the case, and he has been running in pretty good form lately. But again, he's in the same boat as a lot of these horses, Dan. He needs Leinster to need a race off the layoff.
Barracho is actually grade 1 stakes placed on dirt. He was 3rd in the Woody Stevens back in 2019. I thought he ran well that day, but for the most part, I think this horse has underperformed a little bit. He's only raced once previously on turf. That was last time out going long. He popped and he stopped.
Yeah, true. I mean, I agree with you that he once had potential, and it feels like he never really fulfilled it, at least on the main track. They did try turf last time. It feels a little bit like a desperation move. It was a big price. He wound up contesting the pace, and he just totally gave it up in the stretch.
2-month layoff for the 5 Shared Legacy, who did not do much running last time out, and a non-winners of 1 other than going 5/8 at Gulfstream. He's eligible for a non-winners of 2 life and is really up against it from a class standpoint.
Yeah, he just doesn't really look like a horse who can beat this field. The last time he ran against Leinster at Keeneland last summer, he was 269 to 1.
Leinster, 4 triple-digit Beyer speed figures in his career, including a 109 Beyer when winning the Grade 3 Troy in 2019. He ran well in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. Let's watch that race. He's had a really good trip under Luis Saez. He was the favorite in this race. Luis is going to get him off the rail right now into the 4 path. And once he switches over to his right lead at the 8th pole, he starts to get interested, and he kind of grinds. He's just going to hold 3rd. I wonder if he really liked the wet turf course. I think he's better on firm going.
Well, yeah, he probably is. I mean, listen, he ran fine in this race. He did the very best he could do. He just could not get there with that European who was in front of him the entire way. There were horses with trouble behind Leinster in that race as well. But listen, he ran fine in that race, and he's not facing anything like that in here.
Inter Miami, the number 7, completes the field. This horse has only raced once previously on the turf. He was 130-1 against a very good horse in Decorated Invader going 2 turns. He showed speed and he tired. I won't hold that race against him. It'll be interesting to see if his speed plays on the turf because he's going to be chasing a pretty quick horse in High Crime, the 2.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, his dirt sprint form is fine, but he has a lot to prove on this surface.
We hate to chalk out, but Leinster just looks really, really good on paper. Let's take a look at our top picks for the Grade 3 Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint. We're going with Leinster in here, 6-2 for me. You're going to try to get the 1 in, maybe as a price for your exacta.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I can't bet against Leinster in here, so I'll probably just watch it. I could see trying to get Smart Remark in there for a piece.
6-1-2-3 for Mike, 6-2-3-4 for me. The Grade 3 Gulfstream Park Turf Sprint on Saturday. Best of luck.